Top 5 best places to shop for groceries. Let's discuss. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank, the bald eagle here. We are drinking 8 o'clock coffee. Tonight, we have a fun coffee rant scheduled here. People always ask, what are some of my favorite places to buy groceries? And I do take into consideration that this may not be price. I tried not to think of the best deals, although that does kind of sway my decision because I'm all about saving money in the grocery store. So, and feel free to leave your comments down below. If you have to hit pause to get your coffee together, or any beverage you deem necessary, go ahead and do that. Now, it's not going to be a huge discussion, but I don't know. I thought this would be kind of interesting to go over these. And I got to say, it's I narrowed it down to 5. I love a lot of different places, as you guys know. I love what I do. We do this full time here on the channel to help try and save you as much money as we possibly can. And some of these things, these are stores that we frequent, as you may know, and we will go ahead and name off my favorite. Number 1 has to be Sam's Club. I absolutely love Sam's Club. That is number 1 on my list. I love to stock up on things. I love to be prepared. I love to make sure that we are able to get the best price possible, but not sacrifice quality. Sam's Club, everything I've ever gotten of Members Mark, minus a couple things, have always been pretty good products. Now, Costco, I will tell you right off the bat, did not make this list. And the reason why is because we're still kind of diving into Costco. Even after shopping there over a year, we've tried numerous Kirkland brand, and they were all good. But we shop at Sam's Club more, and they're kind of the same store. Costco's arguably a lot bigger, but I love the friendly, Costco's friendly, but our Sam's Club, they all know us. Everybody's friendly, and that's customer service is important too, for me, because, if you need help with something, it's good to know they have great employees, at least working at our Sam's Club, that is ready to help you at any given time. Quality of meat is always good. I've never had a problem with any meat from Sam's Club. Any other products. Coffee is always good. As you guys know, I am not too picky. I'm drinking 8 o'clock coffee. Did I already mention that? But we can always find good deals at Sam's Club on coffee. Now, they don't sell 8 o'clock coffee there. It's mostly either Starbucks or Dunkin' or Folgers, Maxwell House, some of the regulars, but they do have a lot of their different Members Mark coffees, which I'm not a huge fan of. If I had to pick some Members Mark products that I'm not a fan of, that would be it. I'm not really a fan of Members Mark coffee. I've tried a couple different ones. I've tried the Colombian Supremo. I wasn't a huge fan. But then again, I had that at a buddy's house, so it was just 1 cup of coffee, and they didn't have the kind of creamer that I like, so that could have been part of it. But I have tried the donut shop coffee of Members Mark, and I wasn't a big fan. It was very weak coffee. But Sam's Club is completely awesome. People ask me all the time, is it worth it for a membership? Well, you have to do the math. What I recommend is either go with a friend who has a membership or just walk around. Now, I don't know how most Sam's Clubs are, but ours doesn't ask you for your pass, your membership, when you walk in. Now, you will need it to be able to check out or to do anything inside Sam's Club pretty much, but you can look around, at least at ours, and look at a lot of the different prices, or you can just watch our videos and see what the kind of prices are like. Now, I don't cover probably a lot of things that you may like or stuff like that. We cover products that people are always talking about on the channel. Sometimes I don't get to some of them. Excuse me. But I try to cover at least the majority of what people are asking about. Usually meats, produce, canned goods, stuff like that, we always try to check out at Sam's Club. Another good thing for Sam's Club is we haven't seen a lot of price increases on the things that we're seeing price increases on in the other stores, in some of the main grocery stores, like rice. Rice has not gone up at all. Knock on wood, it stays there. We are seeing huge rice increases. We are seeing huge price increases on rice at the stores as we speak, though. So that could change at any minute. But Anyway, Sam's Club, lots of different things. They have lots of good books. They have batteries that are a good price. They have Energizer batteries. I forget the amount you get, but it's just under $20. Some of them, depending on what they are a little over $20. Not a fan of Members Mark batteries. I feel like they're cheap. They feel like cheap quality. I know somebody was saying that they're actually Energizer batteries. I don't think so. And the reason why I say that is because we've tried them next to each other, and it just seems like Members Mark dies out faster than Energizer. So, and lots of other things. Christmas ideas. There's lots of different candies and treats, and my favorite Hunter's Mix peanuts. Really good, although that keeps going up in price too. Everything's going up. Everything's going up. But anyway, try not to think of that and just think of our favorite places to shop. Jessica's is probably Costco. Jessica has really fell in love with Costco and a lot of their different products. They have a lot of different things that she likes. Me too. I shop at Sam's more. As you guys know, we do more videos at Sam's, and everything that I get at Sam's, I absolutely love. From those olives, those Greek olives that I get, to the baked beans and the brisket. You know what I'm talking about. If you shop at Sam's Club, that stuff is amazing. I love it. I can eat that by itself. I literally went a week one time with just having olives and that barbecue baked beans for lunch, just a little bit of each. So really, if you factor in the math of that, that was about $17, almost $18, but was my lunch for an entire week. Now, it's not a big lunch, not a huge lunch. I don't eat a huge lunch anyway. But if you think about it, and that's what Jessica eating the baked beans too. So, I mean, good deal and delicious. So, anyway, moving on to number 2 here. Has to be Kroger. Has to be Kroger. A lot of you probably thought that was going to be number 1. And it very well could be, because I know how to shop. I know how to save money. And I am like, one of these days I'm going to do a video of me just sitting here like a mad scientist going through all the digital coupons. I asked Jess, I sit there. As you know, I wear contacts, right? Sometimes going through the day with my contacts, I'll get a headache, if there's too much sun. People ask, why do I wear sunglasses when I start the video when it doesn't look like it's very sunny? That's why, because of my even having this light on kind of bothers my eyes a little bit. But I'll take my contacts out, I'll put my glasses on, and I will just relax. Sometimes, literally, what coffee I don't finish during the coffee rant video, I will just go in my chair, sit here. I even take little notes, just stuff for the video, I never take my notebook, but like I said in a couple videos before, when you write things down, it helps you think clearly of what you're doing. And I'm careful with a lot of the different things that I put on my digital coupon list for Kroger. It's fun for me. I love it. I love going through everything and seeing how much I'm saving by doing it right away. Had an issue with a couple digital coupons the other day. They didn't work. There were a couple of them that I went through that didn't work, so I was a little discouraged by that. But I will tell you this. Let me tell you this, okay? Now, I can't speak for everybody. Now, a lot of people know me at Kroger, but I explained it right as I saw it, because I'm watching it come off. I'm watching the digital coupons as they come off at the end. And I said, hey, wait a minute, though. There's 2 of them that didn't come off there. And they fixed it right away. They said, oh, okay. And I showed them a picture, and they said, oh, no. And I showed them a picture anyway, just so. I do that because it's like, if somebody else comes up and shows you a picture and you don't know who they are, trust them. I mean, it's your store. You're taking a picture of it, right? You can see the date, that the date isn't, it's not expired. You save you don't have to go to the manager and have the manager do it, if you have the ability to do it yourself. But anyway, just a small issue. I love doing the digital coupons. I know it's a headache for a lot of people, but I've grown to really like it. I kind of make it as a calming down type, what do you call that? Meditation. And I know some people think I'm crazy, but I do these things every day. And it's like, for me to sit here and think of the things, okay, what do we need? What can we stock up on these deals? We know we can only buy 5 of each of what we can do. And I look at it as my own way of, I call it de-stressing couponing or stress-free couponing, because I know that when I go to the Kroger or any Kroger and I go right to these items, I know what I've picked, right? And it might be a little easier for me than a lot of people because I don't have to really write it down. I remember in my head what we have, so I go right to it. I know I never talk about these things in the videos, but we don't like showing everything that we buy in the videos just because people are so judgmental, and that's why we don't do that usually when Jessica is with us, because she doesn't like people to judge us on stuff we're buying. And and I just tell her, like, don't worry about it. Nobody people likes, I know most of our audience would like to see that kind of stuff, but we have some people every now and then that like to say, oh no, don't buy that Reese cup. Sorry, but I need a Reese cup every now and then. But yeah, Kroger, number 2 on the list. I just really love Sam's Club. When I walk into Sam's Club as an adult, it's like how I felt when I walked into like Johnny's Toys or Toys R Us when I was a little kid. I feel like, wow, this place is amazing. I get that same feeling. But Kroger, I don't get that feeling, but I do get the feeling like everything that I'm buying in here, I'm saving money. I don't overspend on anything when it comes to food. I make sure that we are getting the deal, and we have a certain cycle of ways that we do that. That's how we're able to save. People talk about things that they save at in the store where they spend like $100 and then save like 60. I'm spending like $100 and saving like 200 sometimes. I mean, it's ridiculous. This is why I always say, I know digital coupons, people hate digital coupons, but really, the amount that you can save by doing that. And also too, I'm aware of a lot of these things. I'm buying a little extra as we go along because we're going to use it eventually. And the next time Ritz Crackers is going to be, who knows, $6 or $7. So I make sure that I'm well stocked on it, for the future. And I believe that's how we all should be, especially in these trying times. Okay, so Kroger, I feel, is pretty self-explanatory. Now here's a one that I've grown to really love. Okay, I didn't used to like Aldi. Okay, number 3 is Aldi. I never used to be a big fan. They had a bad rap around Cincinnati like 10, 15 years ago. Like expired products. I mean, ones that I had seen, right? And family, word of mouth is the, that's number 1. Right? You hear something from your mom, like, I bought 3 or 4 of these things and they were bad. These were terrible. And then you hear it from your aunt who say the same thing. I bought those same things and they were terrible. And then I go myself just to see, what they have. And it's like, wow, these products are terrible. So somewhere along the line over the last, it's probably been 15 years. Somewhere along the line, they have really got it together, at least here in Cincinnati, Ohio. It could have been really good in other spots all around the world. And maybe it just wasn't good. I noticed, so we had closed 2 Aldi stores. One had closed, and then one further out had closed, and then they built a central location one. Ever since they built this central location Aldi, it has been fantastic. I have loved this store since the first day I walked into it, which was when we started doing the videos here. Because a lot of our viewers love Aldi, and I was like, I'll go back. We'll see what happens. But, and I was hesitant to buy anything. I was like, well, we'll look at this stuff. People were talking about the chocolate, and I'd actually tried the chocolate before. And again, I had tried the Moser Roth bar, I remember years ago, and I wasn't a fan. The Chocaire chocolate is amazing. I have tried another Moser Roth bar. I'm just not a fan of that chocolate, I guess. But the Chocaire chocolate is really good. I love it. But anyway, because we wanted to try some of the Aldi products. Now me and Jessica are falling in love with a lot of the different Aldi products. A lot of the different fancy breads, a lot of the specially selected items, Benton's. I know people complain about Benton's. I like a lot of their products. I like a lot of the Millville products. As you guys know, my favorite Raisin Bran is Millville Raisin Bran. And it's not just because I'm saving money. It's because they're not chintzy on the raisins. The bran cereal actually tastes good. I feel like Kellogg's has somewhere down the line like added like a lot of sugar or something into their product. It just does not taste the same anymore. If I want sugar, I'll add my own sugar. It's just like caked with it anymore. But anyway, like on the raisins and stuff, it's like all throughout. It's just Kellogg's, and it costs a fortune. You can't forget about that either. $5.29 regular price for a regular box at Kroger, unless it's on sale. Now, a few months ago when they weren't getting in Millville, I bought a box of Kellogg's when they had it on sale for, I think it was like $2.99 or something. It's the best deal I'd seen on it in a long time. So I bought it and I was like, this tastes like trash. It's too sugary. It was like I've gotten so used to the Millville, so now I've been buying the Millville out like it's going out of style, so that I'm always ready. Love having my Raisin Bran in the morning. It gives me focus. Focus on, I don't know what it is. I just love my Raisin Bran. But yes, Aldi, fantastic products. I know we'll have mixed feelings on this one, okay? And I've gotten some produce from Aldi that's been not so great too. But it's been a bad year for produce all around. Droughts, and heavy rainfall. It's like, droughts in one end of the earth and then heavy rainfall on the other end of the earth and storms and just everything has just been like this crazy season for produce. But my favorite apples are the Gala apples at Aldi. I will say I got those Sweet Tango apples though, and they were virtually tasteless. I was a little disappointed in that. I tried a few of them, and I ended up giving a couple away. They kind of said the same thing. One of my friends said that it was actually pretty good, so might have got a good one out of the batch. I don't know, but the Gala apples, which I buy all the time, are always delicious. Strawberries are a little strange. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you feel the same way. I buy strawberries every now and then when they're on sale at Aldi, and I just don't know. There's something about them. Something about them just ain't right. Blueberries are always good. Blueberries are always good. Blackberries, raspberries. Always get those there when they're in the Aldi Savor deal and stuff like that. Never have any problems. All of their chopped salad bags are terrible. Why even sell them? I mean, every time I go to Aldi, they're just slam packed with these, and they're overcharging for them now. They used to be 98 cents for like the bagged lettuce. I don't buy bagged lettuce anyway, but I look at it and they're always brown. So yeah, there are some things that I just don't buy at Aldi. We got a head of lettuce there the other day. Jessica found a really good one she's good at that kind of stuff. She'll search through until she finds something great. But yeah, we still got some of that head of lettuce in the fridge. It's been fantastic. Tuscan Garden has become some of our favorite salad dressing. The Olive Garden kind of version, the Italian dressing. I like it better than Olive Garden. But anyway, these are some of the reasons why we have fallen in love with Aldi. I also love the Here Today, Gone Tomorrow stuff, all the Aldi finds, all the little Christmas things they do. The advent calendars I think are really cool. They usually have some pretty neat toys there too during the holidays that are way cheaper than what you're going to find anywhere else. Matter of fact, I saw something that my mom, I won't say what it is here in case we got family watching, but my mom bought my nephew a toy for Christmas. I saw the same thing, and she got it really cheap. It was like $7.99 or something. I saw it at Walmart the other day for like $12.99. I'm like, Aldi had the same thing for a lot cheaper. So I thought that was pretty cool. Wasn't even expecting it. Me and Jessica were walking back toward the Christmas stuff area and got to go through all the toys, and I had to look at the Star Wars stuff. Okay, next on the list, and this is solely just for meat. I love Meijer for that reason. Meijer is kind of expensive on a lot of other things, and I don't shop there much. Not as much as you might think. I don't care for Meijer dairy at all. Like their milk, I don't know. It just has a weird taste to me, and it's getting more expensive. $2.79 now. And I know that sounds cheap for a lot of people. Our milk prices were dirt cheap there for a while, and now they're just starting to really go up. But we usually we get milk at Kroger. And I know it's going up, but Kroger milk just is really good around here. It really is. I mean, it's our favorite. But Meijer, I don't mind spending a little bit extra on some of their meats because their hamburger is untouchable. I mean, it is like, I can't even, I would buy it over Sam's, I would buy it over Costco. And sometimes you get a better deal. Actually, a lot of times you do when it's on sale. Like today, I was at Meijer, which you guys will see that video in the morning. Some of their ground round hamburger is now $7.29 a pound, but they have a deal going on where it's buy one package and get one 50% off. So that makes it a pretty good deal. You better believe I bought some of that. Also, Meijer chicken. Meijer chicken. I don't really like what Tyson's been doing with all their employees and shutting these things down in different companies right before the holidays. A couple of them that are shutting down right before the holidays and all that stuff. I mean, I know Tyson is like the main producer for meats around here, but I mean, it's like, wow, you're hurting a lot of families and shutting down the other few factories a couple months ago and stuff. That wiped out 3,000 jobs. In a world where, we keep seeing employee shortages and everything. Well, maybe this is why. Part of the reason, because people are afraid they're going to lose their job anyway, or maybe they've heard things, right? Your friend or somebody got fired, or laid off or whatever you want to call it. Either way, you don't have a job. And I just really haven't liked what Tyson's been doing lately. It just seems like they're in the news every day and it's not for the good. But anyway, I know we have a lot of Tyson lovers out there. And like I've said in other videos, I grew up Tyson, the American, well, I don't know. I guess a lot of their assets and everything are supposedly owned by China now. So I don't know, but it was the name that we grew up trusting, right? It was the name that you always knew was quality product, always backed their employees, always backed everything, was the Tyson name. Anyway, I'm not going to go on and on about that. But we get Meijer chicken. Watch Meijer turn out to be Tyson chicken. It doesn't taste the same. Meijer chicken tastes fantastic. And actually, no, they even say this. They actually go through some different farmers, I think, in Kentucky for their chicken. And they handle that themselves. There's different farmers that Meijer goes to, and I know one main one is in Kentucky. I can't think of the name of it, and then there's another one somewhere else. But see, Meijer isn't everywhere. Meijer is like in a couple of the northern states above us. Some of them in Illinois. They originated in Michigan, right? But Meijer chicken is fantastic. It's always the chicken that we get. And we use chicken for multiple different things. Soups, chicken and dumplings, chicken everything, so we have a freezer full of chicken. Also, little preview, 99 cents a pound this week on the chicken drum legs, and those are $1.69 a pound regular price now, so 99 cents a pound, got the extra freezer space. Meijer chicken is the best, and did find out that Sam's Club chicken members mark is Tyson chicken. Eventually, we may just have to get over that and deal with it. But you know what? That time is not now. And I will continue to buy my chicken at Meijer. It's delicious. Why? I'll even spend the extra money to get Meijer chicken. I mean, it's that good. It's always good. Okay. So, and that's really it with Meijer, guys. I know, unless I find a couple sales on coffee, which I know in my head, that, well, we're going to have a sale on at Kroger, or somewhere else, or where I know it's cheaper. But I like to point out sales because I know there are viewers on our channel that only shop at Meijer. So we want to make sure we're covering everything that we cover on a weekly basis so that you're saving as much as possible. Okay, number 5, and I know I'm going to get some backlash for this one. I had to think long and hard about this. Number 5 is Walmart. Hey, I could have said Amazon, right? Walmart, not so much for... Okay, I will say this. With Walmart, when I go into Walmart and I shop for groceries, I am buying all great value products. I love great value. Great value is good prices for great quality. I don't care for their bread, okay, but I swear everything else seems to be really good. I don't care for their milk either. But again, we're picky when it comes to milk. But great value canned vegetables, we're growing to really like them. I stocked up on a lot of them a while back. Now, it's, to me, nothing's as good as Del Monte canned vegetables. I don't know. I love them when they're $1. That's another reason why I like Sam's Club, because I can get them all for just a little bit less than $1. I really stocked up when they had them for $5.68. I think they're still on sale. One of or 5.68 or $5.98. Well, they both might be $5.98. I don't know. Anyway, great value. Has some really good products that we like. I've grown to really like their Colombian coffee. I was upset that it went up in price. All their coffee's gone up in price, and Walmart is really going up in price on a lot of things. We've seen where their canned tomatoes have gone up. We see where their canned beans have gone up. The canned vegetables is next, guys. I mean, they're 64 cents a can right now. I'd be willing to bet, because I haven't seen any sales on them. Some people were saying that they saw rollback offers on the canned corn and canned beans. I didn't see any the other day when I was at our Walmart. Doesn't mean that it can't be at some other places. Maybe they have an overstock or something. Been a little upset with Walmart lately with how all their prices seem to be going up right before the holidays, and then you have the head guy come out and say, "Oh, we're going to deflate some of these prices." You don't say when, you don't say how, and here we are right before the holidays. Where people are counting their pennies because things are so tough, right? But I will say, as far as shopping, off-camera things that you don't see are all the great value products that I'm buying, like the different, the hash browns, things like that. Different things that are good quality, better quality than Kroger or Meijer. I've grown to really love the great, and you know what? I owe it to you guys. I owe it to all of you. I remember when we were first starting doing all this and comparing prices and this and quality and all this, people kept saying, "Great value, check out Walmart." Of course, their prices are catching up to everybody else now too. $3.42 now for a 2-pound bag of their fries and potatoes and stuff like that. But they're going up everywhere, but everything, great value. Coffee creamers, really good. Let's see. I don't know. Name some of these products from some of these stores that we're talking about tonight. What are some of your favorite great value products? I know I've asked this question a lot. You don't have to respond to it. But I just thought, yeah, for what I shop and for the way I shop, and even with the prices now going up at Walmart, we'll have to do a little bit of the math to kind of calculate how much we're really saving. But for the things that are what I would sometimes get on sale for at Kroger, there is still a lot of ways to save money at Walmart. Not buying meat or produce, though. When I go into Walmart, I'm usually there to check out other things other than food, but I will make sure and check out all the different canned goods, different things to stock up on. Like most canned goods, especially, what's funny is it's mostly great value products that are going up in price. But I'll tell you this right now, I would buy some great value products over the name brand, and not just because of the money, because I feel the quality's better. You got to hand it to whoever's doing the great value products, because they're doing a good job of keeping it fresh and good, and they're not the ones bringing it, the produce and all that stuff and the meats. Well, it's kind of been nasty everywhere this year. I don't buy produce at Walmart. We don't buy meat at Walmart. Their chicken prices are insane, and some things just don't go down there. And there has been, I know we've been getting a lot of comments of some Walmarts being out of a lot of things. But they'll come back, don't worry, at a higher price. Anyway, guys, that is our top 5 places to shop for groceries. I've kind of been wanting to talk, it's hard for me because I could name a top 10, right? But I wanted to make it narrowed down into a top 5, because these are the stores where I feel like I like their products the most, right? Especially for things that we're stocking up on, things we're adding to our preps, good prices. And we know what the prices are going to be at Walmart. At least we're still tallying up things that are going up, because every time I go to Walmart now, it seems like a massive amount of products have gone up in price. But we know where we can save the most at Kroger, right? We know where some of my favorite products are at Sam's Club, where I can save as well. I just can't say it without saying save money. But really, that's what it comes down to. It's like, and quality. Sam's Club quality is fantastic. So is Costco. Don't get me wrong. If Costco was 10 minutes away from here and Sam's Club was an hour away from here, sure, I'd probably like Costco better. Because, I mean, that's a lot of it is the drive, right? Um, but guys, yeah, that is my top 5 favorite places to grocery shop. Let us know your top. What's your favorite place to grocery shop? Is it Kroger? Is it a Kroger-owned store? Is it somewhere where you're going to save the most money? I know I could name a few of some of the favorite places that I know a lot of our viewers like to shop. Dollar Tree. And honestly, I love Dollar Tree, but I buy in bulk. Okay, that's how I shop. And if you shop like that, and if you really want to save money, when you do the math, when you compare sizes and everything else with Dollar Tree, you're not really saving that much. But I understand that if you are on a tight budget, if you're on a strict budget, Dollar Tree is like gold because you can buy a partial product and not pay as much. Like you might pay more for a can of green beans or something, but you're paying way less and being able to save in a different way. Like, I mean, I'll tell you right now, like a thing of mayonnaise for me and Jess, which we don't eat a lot of mayonnaise, but you know, if we're cooking with it or something like that, we don't use much. So it would make sense for us to spend $1.25 on the little 8-ounce thing of Kraft mayo. However, I don't pay $6 or $7 for it. I make sure that I get it when it's on sale for $2.99. So we always say, guys, buy up the sales as you see them. If you get a couple of those things, you know, unopened, you're fine. And people are always putting different recipes for things like this. Very easy to make your own mayonnaise too, you know. But still, when you can find it on a great deal, might actually be cheaper to get the deal. But at the same time, you're not learning anything that way, are you? It's always good to learn new recipes, new ways to cook, learning to break our items down, ration things out, right? Because, you know, in these crazy times, you know, we never know what's going to happen. It's always good to be prepared. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. Have a great night.